Ignore my draconic talents.
They make freaking sharks. They make freaking sharks, man. That's what I don't like here. Okay. They make freaking sharks, man. The plot thickens. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today, we're going on an adventure with the one and only Alrund through Kaldheim within Simic Adventures. This is a mid-range ramp-based deck that focuses around drawing a ton of cards and utilizing extra turns through Alrunds Epiphany. As always, we'll break down the deck list, talk about why each individual card was chosen to be included in the deck, helping you increase your own deck building knowledge. We'll also break down the strategies and synergies of those cards. How does it all come together to form a coherent, well-tuned deck or archetype that we can go forth confidently within Ranked. And of course, we do have the gameplay footage within Mythic today, breaking down the playlines, interactions, so you really do have an in-depth understanding after the video of exactly how the deck will operate effectively and efficiently within the highest levels of gameplay. Thank you all so much for your time and attention. I hope you all will enjoy this video. Please, if you are entertained at any time, just drop a thumbs up, right? It's the greatest way to help support me. If you feel the need to go above and beyond that, of course, we do have Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and an Amazon link, which you can support us through. A brand new partnership with Grey Viking Games will allow you to buy Magic the Gathering Arena codes to enter into the store for packs, sleeves, and lots of other cool goodies. So check that out. All of the links today are available within my Linktree link in the description below. Really easy to find it. If you can't, it's really easy. Google Hello Good Game Linktree. You'll find it. That's got all of my up-to-date shenanigans always, whether it's my free-to-play tournaments, cash prize shenanigans that we have going on as well. The gem giveaway, all of those things will be there for you to access really easily. With that out of the way, thank you so much. Whether this is your first video or you've been part of the Wolf Gang for a while, every individual second that you spend here with me today is reciprocated with extreme gratitude. Enough of that sap, though. Let's get into it. Break down the deck and play some freaking Magic. Alrighty, you guys. This is a long one. Buckle in. I know a lot of people don't like the long deck text, but with a wish board, it's gonna go in length. There's 15 unique cards that we'll need to talk about their use for. So buckle up, get ready, and we're gonna dive right into it. Alrunds Adventure, like I said, is a mid-range deck, 3.6 average converted mana cost, 27 creatures, 12 non-creatures, 21 lands, running pretty light, but we do have the MDFCs incorporated in the deck as well to help us along that path. Not to mention the ramp that we have incorporated in the deck as well. Furthermore, we have a ton of draw within here as a strategy that we will be utilizing. So the fact that we don't have so many lands can be buffered because we're drawing through our deck at an expedited rate. So with that out of the way, let's talk about some of the main components of the deck, and then we'll branch off from there and fill around. So the deck was built around Alrunds Epiphany. This is a sorcery for 7, create 2 1/1 blue bird creature tokens with flying, and then take an extra turn after this one, exiling Alrunds Epiphany. This is quite nice. It is quite expensive though. The key component here is that you can foretell it for 2, placing it in exile face down, allowing you to cast it later for the cost of 6, a slight reduction. Building around Alrunds Epiphany, we do need to get to that available amount of mana, so we have things like Beanstalk Giant. 4 copies of this in deck as well. It's a 7 converted mana cost, power and toughness equal to the number of lands we control. What's nice about the Giant is Fertile Footsteps for 3 at sorcery speed as the adventure. Search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. Furthermore, this is quite nice because the land that comes into play will be untapped, allowing you to utilize it for mana in the same turn that it entered. Typically, when lands enter the battlefield from your library, they come in tapped, not with Fertile Footsteps though. Moving away from the Beanstalk Giant, we now come into our Tangled Florahedron. This is a 1/1 for 2 converted mana. We only have 2 copies of it in the deck. It taps to add a mana to our pool, which makes it a very nice turn 2 drop, allowing us to, basically skip turn 3. On turn 3, we have got 4 mana, allowing us to propel ourselves a little bit ahead of the curve, which is quite nice. This is one of the MDFCs that I mentioned as well. If you don't have enough land in your opening hand, or you have too much, too much, you'd probably definitely play it as the creature, but not enough. You could definitely play it as the Tangled Veil. It comes in tapped, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The Mammoth also has Kazandu Valley, which can come in tapped if we are light on land as well. The Mammoth itself is a 3 converted mana cost, 3/3 with landfall, and whenever a land enters the battlefield, the Mammoth will receive +2 power and +2 toughness, creating it into be a 5/5, which is really quite nice. Branching off from there, we do have 4 copies of the Fabled Passage, a land, which will trigger the Mammoth. Sacrifice Fabled Passage, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. If you have 4 or more lands in play, that land will be untapped. This is quite nice because it pushes the Mammoth to 5, and then it pushes the Mammoth to 7 when you sacrifice it, giving you a very beefy attacker. With that all out of the way, now we can start to talk about some of our draw. To recap, we went through Alrunds Epiphany. That's what the deck is built around. Then we need to get there via the ramp, and we need to also be able to draw that card through the draw. So our main draw engine here is every single creature we play, because they'll be activated through Toski, Bearer of Secrets, a 4 converted mana cost indestructible creature with 1 power, 1 toughness that cannot be countered. Woof. Toski attacks every turn if able, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. This is quite nice because we have plenty of attackers in play. We have flyers. Even Alrunds Epiphany creates the 1/1 Ravens. Those have evasion through flying that will, basically give you 2 card draw, which is really, really nice. And a cool thing you can do is, drop Alrunds Epiphany and then drop Toski on your next turn, because then those Ravens will have Summoning Sickness gone, and boom, you immediately get to draw 2. And that's going to be okay, right? Because, if you played Alrunds Epiphany the turn before, and then you just drop Toski for 4, you're probably going to have 2 to 3 mana as well. Plus you got to draw out of that, so you might have even got a counter spell. So we do have more draw within the deck other than Toski, but we should talk about the counter spells that you could draw potentially as well. We'll jump to Disruption once we're done the draws though. Moving on, we do have 2 copies of Behold the Multiverse. 4 converted mana, instant speed, scry 2, then draw 2 cards. Pretty expensive. However, we can foretell it for 2, casting it at a later date for that reduced cost, which is really, really nice. We have more draw within Cosima, God of the Voyage, a 2/4 legendary creature god. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile it. If you do, it gains whenever a land enters the battlefield. You may put a Voyage counter on it. When it enters the battlefield, you have the choice also to decline the Voyage counter, at which point it will enter play and you will draw cards equal to the number of Voyage counters on the God of Voyage, which is pretty cool, right? So it's a nice draw engine for us, and of course it's going to be a bigger body the longer you leave it out of play as well. On the opposing side, we have the Almond Kneel for 2, a 3/3 legendary artifact vehicle, and whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles that many cards from the top of their library. You may play land cards from among those cards as long as they remain in exile, which is quite nice. Lots more draw available to us, again, through most of our cards via the Edgewall Innkeeper. This is a 1/1 for 1 mana. Whenever you cast a creature spell that has Adventure, you get to draw a card. You do not have to cast it as its adventure, of course, to activate it. Why would you? I guess, you have to put that subtype in there for people, though. So, we've got adventure cards in the deck. That's where we should move on to next, because they'll be drawing, and they also have their own abilities. We'll talk about Fae of the Wishes last, because it brings us into our sideboard. We already talked about the Beanstalk Giant. We have Lovestruck Beast up next. It has Heart's Desire as the adventure at sorcery speed. Create a 1/1 white human creature token. The Lovestruck Beast is a 5/5 that can only attack if we control a 1/1 creature. This is quite nice because we have the Edgewall Innkeeper as a 1/1, we have the Florahedron as a 1/1, we have Toski as a 1/1, and we also have Heart's Desire through the adventure to create another 1/1. We have 4 copies of Brazen Borrower. This is a 3/1 with flash and flying that can only block other creatures with flying. Petty Theft as its adventure at instant speed. Return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. Great for setting up tempo plays and just disrupting your opponent in general. Moving on to the Holy Fae of Wishes, a 1/4 with flying in which we can pay 2 to discard 2 cards, returning Fae to our hand, allowing us to recast Grant It, which is its sorcery speed adventure. You may reveal a non-creature card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand. If you look above my head, you'll see a whole list of 15 individual non-creature cards that can really help us win the game. Moving away from that, we will talk about the rest of the deck before breaking down the wish board. We have some more disruption through Jwari's Disruption. This is a 2 converted mana cost instant speed, counter target spell unless its controller pays 1, with runes on the opposing side as the MDFC. It's a land, it enters tapped, adds a blue to our pool. We have 4 copies of Saw It Coming, instant speed, for 3 mana, counter target spell, foretell for 2 mana, which is quite nice. That's all we have for Disruption. Of course, we do have Crawling Barrens as a land ×2. We'll pay 4 mana to put 2 +1/+1 counters on the Barrens. At that point, we have the choice to create it into a creature, getting an attack, a defend, whatever we need, or we can keep it as a land, trying to avoid the potential removal that our opponent may have. But you are still allowed to stack your spare mana into it, so you're not really wasting any mana ever, even when we're ramping so aggressively. We have a single Castle Vantress in which we can pay 5 to scry 2. Very, very nice, setting up our draws that we'll take with things like the Innkeeper and Toski. 4 islands, 6 forests, 4 Barkchannel Pathways, the 2 Barrens, and of course the 4 passages, which we already talked about. So now we can break down our sideboard, also known as our wish board, because we'll have access to it from our main board via the Fae of Wishes. 1 copy of Tormod's Crypt, 0 mana artifact. We can tap it to sacrifice it, exiling all cards from target player's graveyard. Just graveyard control, whether we're against rogues and we need to take care of ours or theirs from recursion. It will allow us to do that. A single copy of Shadow Spear if we're low on life. We can put this on a Giant or the Lovestruck Beast and gain a bunch of life and give it trample if they have chump blockers. A single copy of Negate to stop a wipe. It stops a planeswalker. Many things that annoy me. Genesis Ultimatum, things like this, right? We have a single copy of Heroic Intervention, instant speed for 2. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn, protecting us from the wipes and targeted removal. Return to Nature, 2 converted mana, also at instant speed. Choose 1, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or exile target card from graveyard. 1 Sorcerer's Spyglass, artifact for 2. As it enters the battlefield, look at the opponent's hand, then choose a card name. Activated abilities of the source with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. This is nice to shut down planeswalkers. Typically a negate gets that, but they'll have more copies of that planeswalker in their deck more times than not, which is why the Spyglass is nice, and you just deal with all of their copies right there on the spot. 1 copy of the Weathered Runestone. Non-land permanents in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. Just a nice way to shut down any graveyard recursion, escape spells, stuff like this. Midnight Clock for 3, adding a blue to our pool, tapping it for 3. adding an hour counter to it, also adding an hour counter to it at each player's upkeep. Once there are 12 hour counters, exile it, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your deck, draw 7 cards. A single copy of Raven Form, also for 3 mana at sorcery speed, exiling target artifact or creature, its controller creates a 1/1 blue bird creature token with flying, foretell for 1. A single copy of Barrier Breach, instant speed for 3, exile up to 3 target enchantments, cycling for 2. A single copy of Cosmos Elixir Artifact, at the beginning of your end step, draw a card. If your life total is less than your starting, or higher than your starting, sorry, otherwise you gain 2 life. Lethal Form Engine, for 4, we can pay 2, tap it, copy activated or triggered ability, new targets, pay 3, tap it, copy instant or sorcery spell, new targets, pay 4, just to copy target permanent. Let's talk about the copy 3 on Alrunds Epiphany. Sign me up. Double turns? Yup. Anyways, we also have Kyora Best, the Sea God, and Enchantment Saga, 8/8 with Hexproof when it enters. Next up, tap everything your opponents control they don't untap. And finally, gain control of a target permanent that they control, untap it. We have a single copy of Ugin, 7 loyalty, for 8 mana, plus 2, 3 damage to any target, minus X, exiling each permanent with 1 or more color, everything that's not colorless, of course, of X or less, and minus 10, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put 7 permanents from your hand into the battlefield, and of course, a single copy of the Great Henge, because we've got so many creatures in the deck. It costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures we control. You know, we've got the Beanstalk Giant, we've got Lovestruck Beast, we've got the Mammoth. We can reduce it. We can tap it to add 2 green to our pool, also gaining 2 life. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under our control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. Absolutely even more of a draw engine for us. So the sideboard is really friendly, works really good, shuts down most of the other decks, and if we don't need to shut anything down, it really helps us out as well. Takes us into the next level, whether it be, you know, more draw, doubling our turns, you know, just controlling what our opponents got going on, you know, making sure we don't mill ourselves, protecting ourselves, you know, stuff like this, right? So it's all there for you. I hope you guys liked the deck tech. As far as your strategies and synergies go, you know, your overall game plan, ramp into Alrunds Epiphany, right? Stack creatures, receive massive value gains through the Edgewall Innkeeper, draw, plus the double card, which all the adventures basically are. They're all a sorcery or instant and a creature, basically. So, you know, if you're using all of those efficiently, plus you're getting the draw through your Innkeeper, then you get Toski out, you start taking more draws. It shouldn't be nothing but a thing. And then, of course, you have Fave Wishes into the sideboard. Alrunds Epiphany, you can play it. You can do all sorts of fun stuff once you really get ramped up. So your overall objective is to ramp. It's to receive value. You're not doing, you know, too much. Yeah, sure, hold up a counterspell to protect yourself. Identify what deck your opponent's playing, and then you know which threat you need to really prioritize, saw it coming to, whether it's an Ugin, whether it's a Doomscar, a Genesis Ultimatum. Figure out what you need to counter in their deck to survive and to win the match. And then, of course, you know, you just follow your game plan. Ramp, gain draw engine value through the Innkeeper, through Toski. Get into your sideboard if you want to be sassy. Start taking double turns through Alrund. And, you know, it's going to be a really easy game just because of how much value that this deck is able to generate. So that's that. Thank you guys for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, and support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and our Amazon link. We also have a new partnership with Grey Viking Games in which you can purchase game codes for sleeves, pets, avatars, you know, packs, lots of stuff. Check it out. Every link is available in my Linktree link in the description below, or Google Hello Good Game Linktree. Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant is available to everybody on Windows for free. I love the deck advisor part of it. You know, it'll tell you what decks you can play based on your current collection, so you don't have to spend wildcards. Let me know what you guys thought of everything in the description below, or not in the description, in the comments. And more importantly, enjoy today's gameplay footage. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more great content just like this, and we'll see you soon to wrap up. Going first, can't complain. Toski in hand. That's gotta be my favorite card from the new set. I can't get over it. Alright, this guy's just jumping over here, attacking the dog. Yeah, 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 yeah! Yeah, 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 yeah! Get him, Toski. Get him! That's how cool Toski is. Just saying. I'm just saying. Not much to do. Not much to do. You know, I'm so used to playing Sultai that I'm like, okay, we should probably pull a swamp with this passage. There isn't one. Let's see what happens here. Risk it for the biscuit, man. Fertile Footsteps for the land, and then we can drop the Innkeeper right underneath the Lovestruck Beast, same turn. So that should be good. We'll see, though. You know, these things never pan out like I want them to. I don't know if your guys' Magic experience is similar to that, but, you know, you have a plan, and your opponent just flips you the bird. What's going on here? Is this team here? Yeah, okay, we're gonna get ultimatumed. Let's get some Hitas in play while taking advantage of the draw. Hit for one. In our pretty little library. Jwari's Disruption is actually very nice in this matchup because they're going to be ramping into Genesis Ultimatum. They want to play that on their 7th mana, right? They don't want to play it on their 8th mana. They want to play it on 7. 6 here, 7 next turn. You know what we're holding up. So it's a little foresight. You know what deck your opponent's playing. You understand your environment. You try to progress through it. They might not even have it. You know what I mean? They might not even have it. But we still have to be cautious. 2 mana. That only gives us 3 to play with this turn. So I guess let's just get God of the Voyage in play. And this is a big hit. Like 6 damage is no joke. And our turn. We didn't drop a land that turn through the Fertile Footsteps because I'd rather a long-term draw. Not that we don't have that, but... Okay. So the fact that we didn't see it is actually a good thing, right? And now they tapped out. Toski is a 1/1, which activates Lovestruck Beast. Shh. Don't tell anyone. I will decline. Search 7. Draw land. Reactivate our Disruption. Yeah, that'll do it. Both of those do. I like Castle Vantress. It's cooler. But they've got 9 lands, so...
Accept a lesser world, and you will plunge to history.
Think you're funny, don't you, Ugin?
You are too dangerous to roam free.
This is just lethal. Oh.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
Bloosh! You dog! Oh my lantern! You guys looking for a fight? You dirty dog. That was hot. That was hot. Oh my lanterns.
Creation
Woo!
undone.
Alright, they're going a little cycle happy here, I think, maybe. Looking for another counterspell, I bet. How are we going to get through this? They'll need another Ugin. Have a counterspell. Okay. Okay. Let's not give up entirely. Right? It's a couple good plays. I'll give them that. Methmouth. That's quite the name they've got there.
I will destroy if I must.
Let's see how this pans out. No protection here. They've got 3 cards in hand, so we're probably screwed. They just bounce it, make a shark, I bet. Their own giant in play, sure.
Do not ignore my draconic talents.
They make freaking sharks. They make freaking sharks, man. That's what I don't like here. Okay. They make freaking sharks, man. The plot thickens. They did not like that. They don't have an answer for that, and we had protection through the counterspell, right? Which went into exile, oddly enough. But we had to saw it coming for 2 to protect us. Nice. Our opponent goes first. Not great. But what in this game is? I don't know how we won that last match. We just pushed through the garbage, I guess. I don't want to play both Innkeepers. You know, let's like give them one. But to give them both without any adventure on top of it seems kind of silly. Oh no. Oh no. So they're not going to cast, they're going to foretell. So let's try to set up for later. Maybe. I think. Yeah, see, there's the foretell. They attack. That sucks. Hit for 1. Oh, I thought this was saw it coming. We're in trouble. We drew 1, or we're looking at 2. Misplay. Well, not really. Interpretation. Because we could have kept that Innkeeper in hand. We'll be okay, though. They're just foretelling, so it's literally no harm, no foul. That actually works out for us better. 4 damage is unpleasant, but... Man, what is up with all these Innkeepers? Land is good. Down to 14. Sucks. Barrens is fine. So we're at 4. Next turn we're dropping 5 and 6. Let's grab a land here. Right, that puts us at 5. And then next turn we're playing 6. So let's start the foretell process with the Epiphany. You know, these Innkeepers are not doing a single thing. Right, these are the least effective Innkeepers I've ever run into. This guy needs to be laid off. Right? Okay, they spent all their mana on land ramp. No attacks. Pass our turn. We have a counterspell ready. They're foretelling more, which is frightening. Again, wow. Where are all of our adventure cards? That's what I want to know. Down to 10. Really? I mean, we do get in the air to deal some amount of damage here. Let's take our crow hits. Chirp, chirp, baby. Right? And then, what do we have in our sideboard that deals with that? Anything? Let's keep up 2 counterspells here. So I don't care what they search for. And I don't care about cultivate. Trying to prioritize our disruption. Right, that's all their mana. Let's just hard counter it. Let's take the double draw. Just while the Innkeepers are in play, right? We shouldn't toss that away. All right, so we're open to attack here, right? Shields are down. But if we get another go at it... Oh, they do go for that. That's annoying. They bring back their Devourer. Okay. Okay. Okay, bruh. Okay, I see how you doing it now. No haste, though. Could you imagine if they gave it haste? Look at all these foretells. Take that extra turn! And now we can take action, exile that. Top deck a land. Yes. Take action there. We'll take action here as well. Just putting Voyage counters. And now we finally decline. Bring her in play. Draw 2 cards. We have 11 available. They're gonna love this. Let's go into our sideboard. We have how many cards? 34. What do we want? Our own Ugin? Right, that should shut them down. Let's just henge it out. I think the henge is really good. And then I'm gonna pass the turn. Hold up 2 counter spells after we attack. Just playing it slow, playing it nice and chill. We're relaxing. See, this is why. We can stop that. We can stop that as well. I mean, they're good cards. They're not great. But it spends their whole turn. More foretelling. No attacks. Yeah. So, we can go Mammoth. Fertile Footsteps. Voyage counter. Oh, we needed another forest there. Whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. That's on me. Yeah. We could have kept it off the battlefield. It doesn't matter. Do you think they've got more wipes? Probably. And we just want to play these creatures on top of the henge anyways. I should have definitely grabbed a forest instead of the... I didn't even realize. How do we not have enough forests? They're searching. More searching. It's a Vorinclex. Okay. Maybe we Fae back to our hands. Oh, but Ugin won't deal with it then. But Toski's amazing. We gain 2 life. We get the draw. We get even more of a draw. Land and play. That takes us to, Ooh, yeah, let's bring this in play. Decline. Oh, but we don't get the counters. That's annoying, right? And they're just not into it. They're like, I've got other things to do with my day. I do not want to play against a Simic deck. I feel so bad, but at least I'm not playing rogues. Alright, our opponent goes first. We only have 2 land, which is frightening, but there's lots of land in the deck, and, you know, we've got turn 1, turn 2, and there's a 3rd land. Perfect, right? Not that bad. Turn 2, we can just toss the Epiphany into Foretell for our turn 6. The crew is only 1 here. More land. I can't do it, right? It's like we already have the 3rd land, so we don't really need to make sure that we find it. Mellitus, that's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And then I guess worst case scenario, we could just use the other one as the boat. The Almond light on the Voyage. Okay, I get it. We didn't get a land. That's upsetting to me. And that's upsetting to me. 4 cards in hand, 1 to the side. Oh, Kaya off the top, skis. Okay, so this is not gonna work.
Looks easy.
Still no land? Are you kidding me? Wow. Are you serious? We may as well play the Disruption, open up 2 blue. Can't get an untapped land. Illegal. Illegal! Okay. It goes to 7, we bounce it. Whatever. Oh, Archon, cool.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Some stuff. Do you think they village rights it? Pay for later on. Okay. Pass our turn. I don't know how we'll survive this. Okay. Oh, no, we should have bounced it first. Idiot! 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 We hadn't lost this. We have now. You guys act like that when you make a mistake? Just freak out on yourself. Gave myself a headache there just now. I mean, I'll take that trade, I guess. It's impossible to find land in this game. Right? It's absolutely ridiculous. They still have Kaya in hand, remember? So if we play anything good, it's gone. Pass our turn. Maybe these dumb birds of our opponent will attack, and then they'll play Kaya, and we can hit the Kaya for 3. So, are we going to get the field wiped here is my question. I gave them lots of bait, enough that they should take it. Yeah, okay, perfect. Well, I mean, I say perfect, but what do we really mean? Okay, let's take our draws. Bird power, go! End our turn. Let's counter it. We have 8 damage on board. For 4, we could grab a counter spell from our sideboard. If we pull our sideboard up, we could pull a negate. We could also spyglass it. We should have taken a gate because when we see now they've got 2 shatters. Ouch. Definitely should have taken a gate. We get the draw. They have 2 Kai's in hand. We need 6 mana, which gives us only 1 more. Pass our turn. Oh no, we don't have enough blue mana. Oh, and this is not a borrower either. That's a Fae. Okay, I don't mind that entering. Let's take the draw. Both of these can go. Keeper's not bad. Let's get a flyer in play as well. Bounce the Archon to their hand. We have a counterspell up. Land in play. Can we play Toski with the counterspell? Yes. Take a double draw. Oh, yeah. End our turn. Toski survives the shatter. But I kind of want everything to survive the shatter. Taking 3 like that. Okay. Nice. Toski. I'm telling you guys, this card is so good. I absolutely love it. Alright, our opponent goes first. We only have 2 land, which is frightening, but there's lots of land in the deck, and, you know, we've got turn 1, turn 2, and there's a 3rd land. Perfect, right? Not that bad. Turn 2, we can just toss the Epiphany into Foretell for our turn 6. Crew is only one here. More land. I can't do it, right? It's like we already have the third land, so we don't really need to make sure that we find it. Mellitus, that's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And then I guess worst case scenario, we could just use the other one as the boat. The Almond light on the Voyage. Okay, I get it. We didn't get a land. That's upsetting to me. And that's upsetting to me. 4 cards in hand, 1 to the side. Oh, Kaya off the top, skis. Okay, so this is not gonna work.
Looks easy.
Still no land? Are you kidding me? Wow. Are you serious? We may as well play the Disruption, open up 2 blue. Can't get an untapped land. Illegal. Illegal! Okay. It goes to 7, we bounce it. Whatever. Oh, Archon, cool.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Some stuff. Do you think they village rights it? Pay for later on. Okay. Pass our turn. I don't know how we'll survive this. Okay. Oh, no, we should have bounced it first. Idiot! 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 If we hadn't lost this, we have now. You guys act like that when you make a mistake? Just freak out on yourself. Gave myself a headache there just now. I mean, I'll take that trade, I guess. It's impossible to find land in this game. Right? It's absolutely ridiculous. They still have Kaya in hand, remember? So if we play anything good, it's gone. Pass our turn. Maybe these dumb birds of our opponent will attack, and then they'll play Kaya, and we can hit the Kaya for 3. So, are we going to get the field wiped here is my question. I gave them lots of bait, enough that they should take it. Yeah, okay, perfect. Well, I mean, I say perfect, but what do we really mean? Okay, let's take our draws. Bird power, go! End our turn. Let's counter it. We have 8 damage on board. For 4, we could grab a counter spell from our sideboard. If we pull our sideboard up, we could pull a negate. We could also spyglass it. We should have taken a gate because when we see now they've got 2 shatters. Ouch. Definitely should have taken a gate. We get the draw. They have 2 Kai's in hand. We need 6 mana, which gives us only 1 more. Pass our turn. Oh no, we don't have enough blue mana. Oh, and this is not a borrower either. That's a Fae. Okay, I don't mind that entering. Let's take the draw. Both of these can go. Keeper's not bad. Let's get a flyer in play as well. Bounce the Archon to their hand. We have a counterspell up. Land in play. Can we play Toski with the counterspell? Yes. Take a double draw. Oh, yeah. End our turn. Toski survives the shatter. But I kind of want everything to survive the shatter. They gain 3 like that. Okay. Nice. Toski. I'm telling you guys, this card is so good. I absolutely love it. Well, here we go again with 2 land. It's a good hand. I can't toss it. It's a good hand. I can't toss it. I'm not going to play that Innkeeper yet, though. I really want to top deck a 3rd land for this Beanstalk Giant. That would be ideal. Oh, God. They've got removal. Do we risk it? Probably not. We know there's more removal in that hand. When have they ever just cast 1? You know what I mean? And that way next turn we can double drop. Right, they're 3 land now. We drop to 5. They can't counter and they can't remove it until I cast, which means we automatically get the draw even if they do remove it. Which is good. We may as well get that out of the way as well. That's our turn. So we're looking down the shanty barrel of a Soul Shatter. Which is okay. It's not the worst, right? Ooh. Let's see what else they have in store for us. Swamp is okay. Into Liliana, we discard the land.
The best thing about zombies
Really?
is their
I don't think I mind this.
We're doing things my way.
Let's take our draw. And then I think I might just bounce this Liliana. Yeah. Alright, that's our turn. It's the shock and awe factor. They get it all at once. Now, I don't know about playing this land. I think I might keep it to discard. Right, because we're going to see Liliana re-enter play, force the discard, and I think that's the Mammoth that goes for us this time. It's so cold. Brr. You guys have a little blankie for when you play? Yeah. Of course you do, let's be honest. Oh, no Liliana. Interesting. Huh. I don't need the 1/1. Let's just take our... Oh, another passage. Ouch. If we attack into Flash Blocker, Black Lance Paragon, without having put this land in play, I'm gonna freak out! We're good to go, though. Let's end our turn. Our opponent takes their draw. That's 4 life, up to 15. And they get the draw. Let's see where they go with it. They're just drawing. They're like, I've got to draw an answer. We hit for 12 if they don't deal with us. Liliana can minus on a Lovestruck. We actually hit for 15 with lethal on the Brazen Borrower if they don't remove anything. Of course, there is instant speed as well. We're 4-0. We're tearing it up. I like how people concede when they hear me say we have lethal. We're going to start saying that more, I think. Going first seems great, but we've got to land not both colors. Makes me feel very uncomfortable. This is nice, but... Okay. This feels better. Keep 6. Let's toss Alrund for now. And I think we want to push it. Use this as a creature. Basically folding our whole hand into play early on, which sucks. Right, if this is Jengotha Sacrifice, we should probably just start crying now. Better yet, we should have foretold this and played the Tangled... No, because we wouldn't have 2 mana then to foretell. Never mind! Sometimes, you guys. Sometimes. It's hard doing this every day, all day. Can you imagine being on point always? Like, if I was a pencil, I'm, like, I need replacing. No land. Ouch. We have 3 available. Ouch. And they've got dogs. Awkward. Let's get that counterspell ready. Right, we don't have the double blue, so that's why we need it over. No attacks. This dog's got Indo when it attacks. Not really. Well, kind of. Prevents all combat damage, basically. Alpine Watchdog. Okay. Yeah, it includes himself, which is really cool. Wow. That land is just, like, piling in. Where is the land? What? Oh, my lord. She's a brick house. Should we just take 3, probably? Or 6 it would be? Well, no, we can block this, I guess. Can we get a land, please? Kind of. Barely. Wow. I don't know how I don't know how I feel about this. They're just pushing in so much damage. Wow. We have no field wipe. I mean, we bricked. We're not an aggro deck. What? Wow. I'm gonna freak out. You dog. Quite literally. Woof, woof, baby. We're still dead, but I've got a little trick. Oh, never mind. It doesn't need to be on the play, I don't think. It will still prevent it. Shit. These get it automatically too. Okay, that's on us. We should have set a stop first. Right, we should have had to stop before their attack phase. So, you know, a bad hand gone worse. I'm pretty sure they'll sack the Savior to protect the Alpine Dog, but I don't know. I mean, we're not pulling any lands, so it is what it is. Wow. I almost didn't think it would come. We have 5 available mana. And we're just dead. Right? We're just dead. Try. Righty. The last time I played Simic Alrund, we went more with a cultivate-based ramp. Migration path, cultivate. This time we're going with a slower ramp, but we're using more draw, right? Through the Innkeeper, the sideboard, through the Fae still, and, you know, just trying to get more value than our opponent can, and it seems to work out relatively well. The Adventure Shell, I don't want to say works better, but it works just as good. I'm not 100% sure which one I prefer yet, but it does feel comfortable as a deck archetype in general, just ramping Simic into Alrunds Epiphany. It just feels great. I absolutely love it, and I hope you did as well. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope tomorrow is even better. Thank you for your time and attention. Of course, we're back tomorrow with a new video. Every 11 hours, we have a live video come out on YouTube. So whatever time that is, it repeats over and over and over until the end of my life. We have almost 1,000 videos on YouTube. We are almost at 2 years of YouTube and magic. I didn't think I would make it this far or be this successful at it. And I'm really grateful for everyone who's been helping support me within the channel, the Discord, you know, helping run events, this and that, just watching the videos as well. All the financial support. You guys are literally making this possible. Without you, it would not be possible. Quite literally. So, you know, pat yourselves all on the back today, right? This isn't about really my accomplishments. It's really about yours, right? You guys have helped me so much, and if it weren't for the help of the many, the few, like myself, would not succeed. So, shout outs to you. Thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, Amazon, our code affiliate link there as well. Get some packs, get some sleeves if you want, of course. Check it out, and we will see you soon in the next video.